What is going on, family? We are on, and I should have been prepared, as always. If I'm correct, though, I want to say day 92. Yep. Day 92 with Jesus, day 92 to freedom, right? So, I've been waiting to talk about this, but I'm going to go ahead and read the Bible scripture right quick because we're on Matthew, and we are on Matthew 7. Okay, do not judge others. Do not judge others, and you will not be judged, for you will be treated as you treated others. The standard you use in judging is the standard by which you will be judged. And why worry about a speck in your friend's eye when you have a log in your own? How can you think of saying to your friend, let me help you get rid of that speck in your eye when you can't see past the log in your own? Hypocrite, first get rid of the log in your own eye, then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye. Don't waste what is holy on people who are unholy. Don't throw your pearls to pigs. They will trample the pearls, then turn and attack you. Effective prayer. Keep asking and you will receive. What you ask for, keep on seeking and you will find. Keep on knocking and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, everyone who seeks finds, and everyone who knocks, the door will be open. You parents, if your children ask for a loaf of bread, do you give them a stone instead? Or if they ask for a fish, do you give them a snake? Of course not. So if you sinful people know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your heavenly Father give good gifts to those who ask him? The golden rule: do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. This is the essence of all that is taught in the law and the prophets. The narrow gate. You can enter God's kingdom only through the narrow gate. The highway to hell is broad, and the gate is wide for the many who choose that way. But the gateway to life is very narrow, and the road is difficult, and only a few ever find it. The tree and its fruit. Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves. You can identify them by their fruit, that is, by the way they act. You can pick grapes from the thorn bushes or figs from thistles. A good tree produces good fruit, a bad tree produces bad fruit. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. So every tree that does not produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. Yes, as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions. True disciples. Not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who actually do the will of my Father in heaven will enter. On Judgment Day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, we prophesied in your name and cast out demons in your name and performed many miracles in your name. But I will reply, I never knew you. Get away from me. You break God's laws. Building on a solid foundation. Anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Though the rain comes in torrents and the waters rise and the winds beat against that house, it won't collapse because it's built on a bedrock. But anyone who hears my teaching and doesn't obey it is foolish, like a person who builds a house on sand. When the rains and floods come and the winds beat against the house, it will collapse with a mighty crash. When Jesus finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, for he taught with real authority, quite unlike their teachers of religious laws. Of course, because he is the truth. That's why. But I will say, this is one powerful one as well. And I love whenever I start seeing red, because when you start seeing red, that's whenever you know God is the one speaking, or Jesus is the one speaking. But Excuse me. So basically what I was going to say the other day about starting today or tomorrow is how it's going to be is, so today I will be, and I'm saying this because I want to put it out there. So what I've learned from the 75 hard and the things that I've picked up on it was the fact of like how whenever doing these things that are, from the, from the 2 workouts to the eating right, to the drinking the water, taking the picture, reading the book, all these things, right? The workouts and the eating right in the water comes in form that will help you visually, visually, pretty much. Will help you visually, look, feel, visually, things like that, of course. You're gonna look and build this person back up that you never thought that you could even be. I know it's just 75 days, but if you follow something as you should when it comes to eating, as you should when it comes to drinking your water, in 75 days, you will see a different person in the mirror when it comes to before that 75 days started. So what does that bring back? To me, I feel like after going through all that stuff and doing all these things, and the first time I feel like I ever done it, and this is something that's always been on my mind, I've always felt as if like it brought back self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, right? So now that I see what it's bringing back, and now what I see what it's reigniting in my life and in my journey, it makes me want to hammer down even harder. So whenever I got to the end of this last 75 hard, I wasn't really happy with like how I look. I show you guys how I look. I wasn't really happy, I wanted the surfboard abs, and all this other stuff, and I didn't get that far with this one. But what's so crazy is on the first time I did, but the first time I failed a couple times. So as I was getting to 20 days, I'd fail, I had to start back over. Get to 40 days, fail, I had to start back over. So I was literally redoing it to the point where like, that's why I feel like I looked like I did. And I was like so psyched out by how I looked because I failed, but realistically 75 days ended up being possibly like 100 or 125 because I had to keep going back and repeating it. So with that being said, it's like I said, it did bring back this. It brings back like self-love and self-confidence and self-worth because you start seeing in the mirror somebody you used to be, the person that used to be in shape, the person that used to eat right, the person that used to get bend down and get up and do all these things. You start seeing all this and it starts reigniting that love for yourself, I feel like. So what did I say I was going to do? It's like basically for 30 days starting today, because after I got done, it's like I'm not gonna lie, I started doubling back down again a little bit on the eating and sweets, but I didn't go crazy this time to where I'm continue doing it. I'm catching my wrongs now. Within this little bit of week of Thanksgiving, I thought I could eat like Thanksgiving, I'd be good, but next thing you know, I'm over here snacking on this, snacking on that, and I don't like the way I'm already going. So I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I gotta implement something, and I also gotta hold myself accountable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna implement this thing that I'm gonna see how far I go with it, man. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna call it the self-love challenge. So basically, I'm gonna give myself 30 days. And what I'm doing is I'm going to take some of the things from 75 hard. I'm going to, you're gonna see, I guess you say these little, I'm gonna put it right here probably, little check marks of, it's gonna be, I'm gonna drink a gallon of water. I'm going to, drink a gallon of water. I'm going to work out. And I'm going to follow a diet. Those are the 3 main things that I'm going to do in this. Those are the 3 main things that I want to do from this. But that list possibly will probably get longer through this process. These are the 3 things that I want to do. That's basically just going to keep me, sorry, my phone keeps going off. That's going to keep me aligned with how I want to look, how I want to feel, and how I want to move, because I want the fitness part to be key. Boom, you know what I'm saying? So, and like when I say probably things I'll add, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be adding things because I want to start off at 5 or 10 minutes to God each morning, and then I'm going to move that to the point where it's 30 minutes or it might be an hour. I want to make sure to that. So certain things I want to add, but like I noticed whenever I started putting down stuff on a list, because I started writing down a list and it was very long. When I started putting those things down, I started realizing that's one thing I feel like we do as people, as humans. It's like sometimes whenever we want to, we want to accomplish so much, we'll write down so many things on like a piece of paper where it's like, okay, that's a lot of things to tackle and it's a lot of things to go for throughout the week. But my thing is like, I feel like we should bounce back and try to tackle one thing. So that's why my list isn't very long, because it was crazy long, like a sheet of paper. I wrote down all kind of stuff, because my thing was with the self-love challenge is like I wanted to sit here and I wanted to take off stuff that I don't want to do no more, and I wanted to add stuff that I do want to do. So that's something also you're probably gonna see as I'm doing through this 30 days, is things that I also don't want to do and stuff that I do want to do. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it with the fact of, like, let's say stuff that I don't want to do, because I feel like I would need to have that list now. So I will say that what I'm going to do, starting at, considering from today to the end of December, it's going to be 30 days. Exactly. I'm going to do those 3 things that I definitely have, and then we'll probably just go from there. I might just start throwing things that I'm adding into them that I'm doing on it, and and of course it's got to be 30 days, so it's got to be the day. So it's like I might say, hey guys, I forgot, like I added this in too. But realistically, right now, those 3 things are the main things as far as the drinking the water, the eating right, and the workout for sure. 5 days a week. On the workout, we'll go for 6. But it's gonna be at least a minimum of 5. And excuse me, so that's where I'm at on that part. And so I just want to do a test run, try it out, because there's, like I said, I want to hit the goal weight of 180 is what I would like to hit. 170, 180, somewhere around there. And I just want to be like more lean, and stuff like that too. So this is just me putting this out there because I want to hold myself accountable. And I know if I post this video and I put day 1 of self-love challenge, day 1 of 30, if I do that, it's like visually seeing it and then making these videos, it's just going to be one of those things where I feel like it's going to pull me to want to do it more, because from this, there's no telling what's going to come from it. It's just something I've always thought about, that because like whenever we start to get in the gym and we start to read more and we start to just comfort, our scars, and we try to heal from our pain, and we try to better ourselves and grow and just become something or become better as a person, it just ignites the beauty in life and peace to me. Like, what I'm saying? Like, cause like we lose ourselves through life. I feel like from the beginning, what I'm saying? All the stuff that we go through to the point where we're standing now, it's like sometimes we lose ourselves, we lose our happiness, we lose our smile. We lose the fact of caring. We lose all these things. But whenever you apply a repetition to certain things, as far as like hitting the gym and just eating right and drinking your water, and a skill set that you want to learn, when you apply a repetition to these things in life, it's like what's so crazy is the fact that like love comes back. Peace in your heart, peace in your soul, anxiety disappears, and all these things. I know because I've done it multiple times. It's got to be the same for other people. But these are just my 2 cents, man. But that's the one thing I want to do is put on here, because I want to put 1 of 30 self-love challenge, and I'm literally, these 3 things have to be a part of it. And then when I hit January, I might have those 3 things and add on 3 more things, you know what I'm saying? And then take those 30 and go for another 30 on these 3, and then add 3 more to it, and then eliminate 3 or eliminate 4. But we're going after steps, not the whole 9 yards at one time. Steps. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt, as well as give yourself a little bit of gratitude, and don't overstack your plate. Don't overstack your plate. The goal is a day at a time, not a lifetime. A day at a time builds a lifetime. Don't push yourself over the edge, Start small, build big. And that's what we're gonna do. Self-love challenge starting today. 1 of 30. And like I said, I don't know if this is even possible, but it might be some stuff to stack onto it, and it just be like a self-love lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like stack onto it, be a challenge, but the challenge becomes a lifestyle. I don't know, man. It's just my thoughts. But 1 of 30 today. Drinking water, eating right, and working out. Worked out this morning at the gym. Currently drinking my water, and currently will make sure I stay in my deficit when it comes to eating. But yeah, man, we're finna hop off here, get this one uploaded, relax for the day, I guess you could say. But keep this thing moving as we always do. You already know. And you already know what it is. It's peace, it's love, and it's happiness. Big faith.